Hello, I'm Andy, and here's a program called Best Vocation Talent, Skills. If you are born on the 6th of January. Before I begin, may I have 1 minute of your time? Here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, reading your palms. This is a 90-minute session, which I will cost you USD $50, that's all. And I will show you how to reach the next 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. I will show you what the platform waits for you and what health is all about. I will do deeply into that for your next 9 years. It's all about early detection and all those energies we talk about. I will talk to you about your lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions. We'll talk more about this later in the program. So, born on the 6th of January, you are going to have a very lucky Saturn position, which means you get very lucky with land related businesses, the real estate agent, or buying and selling properties, or building properties, being a contractor with building materials, or farming and agriculture, whatever land is used for, you are going to be that very lucky person. And with the Mars position, also very good. You are going to have that energy of Mars. Be a great politician if you want. Work for the government and have very high positions to make very important decisions. You could be a wonderful sports person. You need a good Mars position to have that. Or you could be that adventurer who will want to adventure into the world, doing import and export or investments of all kinds. And financial speculations will be wonderful for you because you have a wonderful Mercury position. That means speculation of finances, the stock market, or even just wanting to gamble and being a professional one at that. And you could be, since you have the planets of communication with you, you could be a great lawyer, a great speaker, a great writer if you wanted. You have a wonderful Venus position, which gives you all that flair for creativity. So whether it's design and fashion, whether it's interior decoration, whether it's ability to create things of the modern era, you have that capability. And you have a wonderful Uranus, which means you and information technology go hand in hand very beautifully. So all these things can make you wonderful, wonderfully successful. You have a great character and personality, and that's why you'll always be the soul of the party, whether it's a political party, whether it's a private party. And you'll have that wonderfulness of being very special in your personality and character because you'll have the charm about you and you'll have that aura about you to be very hospitable to people. Having that wonderful Saturn makes you very caring for your siblings, for your family, and for other people as well. And you could be a great teacher in universities or work in universities or in colleges or be a writer of school books and things like that. You could do that. Regarding your character, you have to be careful that you may have some inferiority complexes. And that makes you very difficult to work with and deal with because you'll be easily getting angry over small things and feeling that people are insulting you even when they are not. So you have to find out where these inferiority complexes are. Are they in the physical side of you, the emotional side of you? And you have to sort them out. Otherwise, these will always hinder your working in businesses, in corporates, or even doing your own business. You may want to do too much just to overcome these inferiority complexes and therefore suffer very bad defeats. Everybody has cycles in their horoscope, the good cycles and the bad cycles. I'm going to give you a good example of a good cycle for you, born on the 6th of January. For example, your ages of 15, 24, 33, 42, 51, 60, 69, 78, or 87, or even 96 years old. These are considered good cycles. As you approach these ages, you will see doors and windows of success opening for you. As you enter these ages, rewards will wait for you. We also have bad cycles in our life. I'll give you an example. For example, the ages of 21, 30, 39, 48, 57, 66, 75, 84, or 93 years old. You will see disaster when you enter these ages. And as you approach these ages, you will see all kinds of difficulties mounting up for you. So I have a 90-minute session for you, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 9 years. And I will show you for the next 9 years all these cycles which will come and go. We'll talk about this more later. The physical, mental, emotional side of you is very hyper. You can have your lows, you can have your highs. Your inventive skills, your creative skills will also happen that way. Regarding the type of job, I've told you that you can do extremely well in these ways which I've mentioned. And in the civil service, which needs a slow and plodding kind, you could do that as well because you have that patience about you sometimes and you have the skills to deal with people on a large scale. Regarding your energies, your strengths are being able to focus and concentrate on long-term affairs. You also have planets which are very fast, which will make you sometimes change jobs. And regarding your health, health is very important where work business is concerned. If your health fails, then everything else will fail. Physical health, mental health, emotional health. And I will talk to you a great deal about that in the 90-minute session, for which we'll have. Because at that time, when we do the session together, I'll have your full date of birth, your time of birth, and I'll be able to read your palms. The palms are magic. They belong to the energy of the soul. Who do you think changes the lines coming and going? Who puts the new signs there? It's the soul mapping it all out for people like me to read it and tell you what's happening. Because let me tell you that 250,000 or 260,000 babies are born every day now. They can't have the same destiny just because they're born on the same day. Some would be even at the same time because their palms will always be different. So palm reading is what I use as well, together with the date of birth and time of birth. Your compatibility can be very easy. Can be very easy as long as people are educated. If people are not educated, you will have a problem with them because they will be on a different wavelength from you. Because Saturn shows an educated person. And even if you're a farmer, not having gone to school, you will be educated in farming. That's what I mean. So it doesn't mean just schoolwork. You are a very compassionate person, and you could go into the areas of helping people to create orphanage for young children who have no homes, or even to support private hospitals for people who have no money to go to expensive hospitals. You have that compassion about you. Your strengths are many. So that's why in a vocation, the talents and skills you have are many as well. I've seen many people in the sports world who are born on the 6th of January, and their skills, they use them in their sports. And they grow to be wonderfully rich because the sponsors for sports goods will do that. So it's wide open for you how success can be formed. All I need to do is to know your full date of birth and your time of birth, very important. And most importantly, reading your palms. The palms are magic, as I said. They show things which the horoscope sometimes doesn't show. And because nobody can have your palms. Why? Because nobody can have your soul. So the soul and the palms are all one. And that's how things work for you. To come back to your skills can be mental, they can be physical. And these skills you have are because you are born quite a serious person. Excuse me. You are born quite a serious person and very much dedicated to what you really want. But area of the area of fashion industry and your talents which bring creativity are very outstandingly seen. So you'll be attracted to the trending businesses. Like fashion is a trending business. For business, I would also recommend for you the business of flowers. Born on the 6th understands the magic of buying and selling flowers and creating even medicines from flowers. So there's a lot to teach you. And I will teach you all that when we have a 90-minute session. Now, to explain to you what's the difference between a good job and a bad job, it's all about your compatibility. Sometimes you're forced to take up a job because you may have to support your family and your parents. That may be temporary. All that will be shown on your palms. as to when the major change for a long term of possibilities will come about. Many of us are caught up with this rat race of having to support our siblings, and because of that, we have to sacrifice many things. And you are one of those people who will sacrifice for the sake of family and those you love. So you'll have many chapters about you. The chapters will be the different cycles of time in your life. And that's something I will talk to you also in your next 9 years. It's a pleasure to have spoken to you, and I look forward to get into details with you. Remember, this session of 90 minutes will cost you just USD $50, nothing more. And I'll give you a lot of information. I'll show you how the energies work, the lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions. And I'll show you as well how to reach that magic inside you, the soul, the third eye, and the aura. We all will get it automatically one day, but only in our late 50s and 60s and 70s of ages. Much too late to enjoy life. There's a way how to hurry it up. At whatever age you see me, even as a teenager, I'll show you how to get this magic going. So you'll come up with fantastic ideas and be successful very much earlier in your life. There's so much to teach you, and I'll go into detail about your health. Based on your date of birth, time of birth, and reading your palms, I'll tell you exactly where your health problems are going to bother you, at what age they will bother you, what they will do to you. So it's all about early warning signals of health as well. So here's my email. Send me this email, and let's get down to business. Remember, this 90-minute session is going to have you your next 9 years as your best foundation possible. And once you have that foundation, you will see that the progress to life on a grander scale can begin. Well, I wish you good luck in the meantime. Thank you. Goodbye.